Good afternoon, it's Tony Hayes again from Paranormal Investigation UK. Today's date is the 17th of February 2022, and this afternoon we're looking at a further movie capture from the 2nd of September 2021 from Chester. There were two aspects for that. One is a general debunk, and what actually happened is that those that are following the case will be aware of the sheer number of unusual sounds. It's one of other stuff as well. So always looking at ways and means of debunking sounds. So on this one in particular, this is it 10 to 5 on the 2nd of September, okay, of last year, 10 to 5 in the morning. Now, unbelievably, what this was the bin wagon come to empty the very large wheelie bin at 10 to 5 in the morning. It was a great capture. I think what's triggered the camera is obviously the bin being emptied. And not the bin actually moving from that garage where you could actually see the lit area there. So it's intriguing. It could well be that the actual bin itself has been left outside, something like that. It's been emptied then, because that's normally where it's kept in there. But that was quite an interesting one. So I've actually got a sound sample of that. So should something occur again, I've got that to use. And the interesting one is obviously the time of 10 to 5 in the morning, which is a surprise. The next one comes same day, a little bit later. It's coming up to about 20 past 8 on the 2nd of September. So what would that be? It's a Thursday. It's a quite a loud sound, which the owner has sent through. This is what triggered the camera. Let's just have a listen our way through. What was that? It's a strange one. We've got two of the cat balls on there, neither of them have gone off. It's like a shuffle sound. This is in the main office. Okay, there's nothing to be seen. It is in the main office, and it's at camera 2 again, which is that camera there. But none of the others have picked it up. So we're fairly confident nothing fell in the storeroom area. So Yeah, okay. It's gone off, and the advantage we have with these cameras is that it alerts the owner's mobile phone, immediately goes on and checks the building for occupation, that type of thing. That's how we know that when it's somebody knocking about, he can then debunk it. It certainly didn't happen in this respect. So we'll take a look at this one. There's nothing to be seen visually. This is all comes down to sound. Right, okay. Is this something rolling? No, sure. Seems to be a sound there, then a further one. Okay, let's see where we're going frequency wise with this one. It's got to be quite bassy, this. Yeah, not enough to give a frequency for some reason. That's the base frequency thumb. I think that's the fundamental frequency. And then there's these other reflections. It's some distance away. And looking at the stream of audio, it's that one there that's triggered the camera. This is just what you call an accidental capture, because whatever triggers the camera, if it's a visual or it's an audible, it will capture what's caused it plus 2-3 seconds before it. So undoubtedly that's what's triggered the camera, the really loud bang. So what I'm going to do first, I'm actually going to call this bang 1. Because I don't know what this is. What we do with all these types of sounds is the minute we've got it, the owner then, when he goes back into the property the following day, will go and trying to find a reason for it, such as something out lying on the floor, which is what happened in this case. So okay, take that one. Okay, call that bang 2. And with this one, there's no amplification at all. It's round zero. Then we get the third sound. More hollower. Bang 3. Yeah, got all them. To set the loop back up. So there's quite a lot going on in that first stage. Okay, well the building was checked. Following my, this is it. I think it's gone 8 o'clock. Yeah, it's 20 past 8 at night. When it occurred, I want to check the remaining cameras, can't find anything. Obvious then that he checks the floor space and he's not found anything. And given that it's only this single camera, just that one, it picks it up, which is suggestive it's closer to there. So I'd be here, for example, it would be, you know, it's natural to think that camera would pick it up. Likewise, it's in the meeting room, which we have dealt with a number of issues in this room. It's that camera that picks it up, but these don't. So whatever it is, it's got to be close to this camera too. But nothing was found. And it's quite a solid sound, isn't it? Now, if you can explain that, but it's not the first time it's occurred in the room. And when you look at historical cases regarding some hauntings, residual hauntings, certainly within poltergeist phenomena, incredibly loud bangs are an experience and no reason or cause found for them. What's the relevance to the sounds? I have absolutely no idea. So what we'll do, I'm not going to turn the volume up. We'll go through to the next sound, which is coming up. We can just see a little trace again. It's similar to that one there. So it'll be interesting to line up all these up. What I will do, I'm just going to turn the volume up, see if we can hear anything that may give us a clue. Nothing. So there's nothing there that can explain the sounds such as movement of, you know, people talking, movement of people walking about. And considering I amplified it to death, which if anyone had been walking around in that room, I would have heard it. So we've now come to this next one. And there's another one there. That sounds electronic. That sounds electronic. Yeah, that sounds electronic. I'm trying to think, give you an idea of a similar sort of sound. You get that with a microphone. Yeah, you would get a microphone strike. Just listen again a couple of times. And what I'll do, I'll tap the microphone here. And what I've done, because I use a separate microphone, I don't use laptop microphones, it's a separate Rode microphone. It's got a pop shield away, about 2 inches away from the microphone. And that's what I tapped. It sounds like mic strike. All the sounds would be messing around with a predominantly a lead, rather not a lead, a electrical lead, where you're interfering with electrical side of things rather than an audio lead pulling out. That's a similar sort of sound. So what we need to do is get a fix on this one. We've got no volume at the moment, and anyway, let's see if we can get a fix as to what this one is. Yeah. I'm going to need to turn it up a touch. I'll turn it to 4. Okay. I'm actually going to call this Pop 4, mainly because it's the 4th sound that's within the audio up to now. Save that. It's got 4 decibels, so what I will do is keep that up there, and I will make a note that I have increased the volume. Not a great deal, but just enough to get. But 50 Hz tends to be electronic, hum, get it from power units, that type of thing, and that's very, very typical of what you get. It doesn't explain why it's there though. That's the only problem, and I would imagine that this is going to be similar. That's different. Similar sort of volume, but it's slightly, it's moved slightly, although it's still around that range. But it just sounded a little bit different. Don't know if you agree with that. It's more of a boom. In fact, that's what I'll call it. Boom 5 plus 4 decibels. It's always wise to make notes if you're making any enhancement changes, because at least then anyone viewing the report later has got a better idea. So what I'll now do is turn up the volume and just listen to the remaining bit. sounds like a voice there. Just not sure. I don't think I'm going to be able to get a hit on there. Okay, those that are interested in audio, EVP, electronic voice phenomenon, I've done this before, but I'll do it again. I'll spend a few minutes. Let's take the loop. So we've got this loop of signal there. That's whereabouts the sound is. Okay, so let's listen back to that. There. So what we're going to need to do is clean this up because I've amplified it to its absolute maximum. Okay, so what we need to do is take a couple of seconds after, and what I'll do is I'll do 6 seconds before it. Okay, so just loop that back. Okay, and the reason for that is that we need to do some noise extraction. So we need quite a clear space where you haven't got any, where you've got, if you've got an EVP of interest or possibly EVP, what you need to do is do about 6 seconds before it, and that's where we'll sample and to extract the sound from. So you'll see the process taking place now. So do an audio track, paste that in there. We can get rid of this now. We're going to need to turn the volume back up. Okay. So we can't turn that up any more than what we've done. So what we do now, take the loop off, is we're going to save it and we're going to mix it down to a WAV or WAV file. We'll call it V1 unsure. Well, it's just something that just reminds you what it is. It's quite a small file, this. And that saved that. We now open up WavePad. Again, this is a free piece of software. Once you've opened that up, drag the audio file into it, place it in there. Now, then first 5 or 6 seconds, we're going to use that for the software to sample that because we know there's no voice in there. And then so we first do that first. So let's just make absolutely certain we know where the voice is. Just there. So we'll just grab that lot, go into edit. How is it effects? I think it's edit. It's been a couple of weeks since I've used this, so just better as it clean up. So it's edit, clean up, noise reduction. Grab the sample from the selected area, which is what we just highlighted. It now grabs all that frequency. Come off it, highlight all of it now. Back into edit, back into clean up, noise reduction, and what you're going to do is ask the software to subtract them frequencies or that noise from all of the audio file. So just pop that in there. 50% is maximum you can go to. That's fine. Produce it, and what you'll notice now, it will clean up a bit. You just got to be careful you don't extract what you want to keep. I think there's enough there. So what we can do, we can go again, clean up, noise reduction, grab noise sample, highlight it, again edit, clean up, noise reduction, add spectral subtraction, 50% again, and we go again. It's got to take it a little bit more out of it. Okay, so what you're going to do now, you're going to save as. You're still saving as a WAV file, and we're going to call it noise reduced. Oops, spell it correctly. And save as. Shut that down. So when we listen to these back to back now, this is the first file before extraction. Okay, this is the file after extraction. Okay, so we go back to the whatever audio workstation you use. We can get rid of that. In fact, let's get rid of the old file. Add the sound file, and the one it's the one we now bring in the one that's been reduced. Go locate with the area. Get rid of that bit now. And likewise with that. And because we've already amplified it when we saved it, we'll be able to amplify a second time. So with that, and if we bring in the spectrum analyzer, that may just help us to increase the frequencies that we're interested in. So we'll just play that front to back. And what I'm looking for is how the analyzer reacts when we hear that possible voice and the other frequency goes. So sometimes you might be better off on real time, where you can get the effect the minute it's spoken. Okay. So it seems to be around 500 to 1K. Take out frequencies we're not interested in. Now that gets affected, so just lift that back up. I'm not it's certainly within voice frequency. Possibly it could be a voice, could be pareidolia, but it could be a voice. Is it Rod, right? It seems to be human spectrum, speed-wise, tempo. But what we can do is we can slow it down by 50%, and sometimes it can bring, particularly EVPs, which tend to be at a faster tempo, it can help the understanding of the word. And even if it's in normal speech tempo, by slowing it down, sometimes can give you some clues as to what, if you are dealing with a voice here. I'm not sure. So what I'm actually going to do with that one is to I'm going to sit on the fence. I'm not sure if it is an EVP or not. So what I'll do is I'll call it possible EVP and the movie, which is going to be 388. I'll save that. What I'll then do is share that with my colleagues who will often have an input into what they think that may be. I'm just really not sure what that is. It's a real difficult one to nail me out on. I will record it's a possible one, and I will make the audio available for people to listen to themselves and make their mind up. It's going to be one of those questions on the report to actually just catalogue it, record it down, and it's there for someone else to determine what they think that may well be. Okay, so it's quite a long one, that one. So quite a lot going on. There were 5 particular separate sounds plus a possible EVP, 6 sounds within a 60-second movie. Isn't bad going, considering we shouldn't have any sounds there at all. Okay, any comments, please let us know on the YouTube channel. Always grateful to receive any sorts of thoughts, opinions, and certainly advice. Okay, speak to you soon. Bye.